10 seconds.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the View from a Dead Box. We are live. When you hear this, we are not.
That is
But
true.
we are
not.
recording this live.
Recording this live. Monday
Yeah,
before it
somebody.
goes up. To
Yep.
each other.
What up, man?
Not much, man. So how did your paintball weekend go? I didn't play paintball. I ate Korean food, which was fucking bomb. You would have liked it. They like brought all the shit. My second. Well, it wasn't really like a hot pot. Like I've been to a hot pot. This was.
You went to a ghetto Korean place?
It's similar. It's like
most places I've been to. Well, I said I didn't all the time. I've been twice, but it has both. It has your grill and it has your hot pot, which to me was so weird cooking in a hot pot.
This one didn't have the hot pot. I've been to one with it, but this one, it was what was different about it was like I don't know, at least what I came to, like all the shrimp and stuff, like some of the more exotic things, like you had to actually prep yourself. Like so, some people who hadn't seen shrimp with heads on them, which that's where we're at here, is fairly common. But like my cousin, he goes, "What the fuck is that?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's no big deal." Like. That's how shrimp come a lot of the time. So me and Hallie like were able to like take the head. I mean, it's nothing but twisting the head and taking the legs off. But they were like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty normal." Like when we get shrimp.
You go down to Orlando for that?
Yeah. So like I went to Tampa to see one of the dogs that Hallie returned was getting like placed with a blind person. So we went and hang out with the dog for a little bit, do some of the stuff for the class, and we just like let's stay in Orlando and then come back on Sunday. So. But yeah, it was pretty sweet. Apparently it was an old gay club, and I didn't know that when we first walked out. And I look around, I go, "James, this place looks kind of familiar." And he laughed fucking immediately. He goes, "Yeah, it's an old gay bar." I'm like, "Just kidding, not what I thought it was." So let's keep rolling. But yeah. So how was the weekend? How did
it was great, actually. The Charleston guys came back down. Thank God we had just enough to run fives. Yeah. I thought it was gonna be a bad day, honestly. We only had me, her, Daniel, Carson, and Seth. I don't know why I can't think of Seth's name. That's all we had was five. So I'm like, fuck, man. And we had some guys at the SPL. We had guys play the weekend before that with the Kings because we weren't there. So I'm like, want to make sure we had five for them, and they brought 11, I think. So they had enough for two lines. Yeah. So we did really well. It was really good practice. Broke down a lot of things. Played a lot of different ball than we normally play. Mm-hmm. Played a lot of slower defensive points. And definitely we lost a body early here and there, and then played like super defensive points, and we're able to pick up kills like quickly and then capitalize on the bodies like almost immediately.
Oh, that's good shit.
It's always good to play a game completely different than what I'm used to. Normally it's a race to the fucking 50. Give as many kills you can, die, and hope your team comes behind you and cleans it up. Yeah. Like that's how I normally play, but that's not how you play this weekend. Like she was shooting a lot more paint than she's ever shot. She's like, I'm shooting like 3 or 4 pods every game. Like this is really weird. I'm like, but we're winning with like 4 bodies up. I'm like,
maybe that's what we've been doing for all these years, doing wrong.
Yeah, right. It's like,
everyone tells us to shoot more paint, but
yeah, I'm like, nah,
nah, fuck that. I only need 4.
Yep.
That's awesome though. I was excited. I watched I didn't watch. I heard the Titans guys. They had one line do decent, take second.
Yeah,
random. Yep, that's what. So I'm gonna not call Dylan out, but he sends me a picicture. He goes,
"Got
coming
some
home,
hardware.
Got some hardware," because I knew he said it to you too.
Ain't got shit.
So I didn't realize it till yesterday when I hopped on like and checked EP. I was like, "Oh, which ones?" And I go through and I'm like, "Okay, well here's the only Titan scene I want." And I clicked it. I said, "Oh, I only like recognize those dudes' faces. Like I've seen a handful of times."
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, "Oh, Dylan, you lying fuck." I'm like, "Yes, congratulations to them. That's fucking awesome." But
yes.
I'd like to see that.
Well, the D4 line, we got knew we're gonna get beat down, but a lot of their guys backed out the last minute, so they were kind of stuck with people who didn't play a layout jumping on there and randomly jumping in, so it just didn't really work out. D5 line, I didn't hear much with the D5 line. I heard Dan Had a couple issues. I think somebody left early.
Yeah.
And got a minor pull on him, I think, or a major, one of the two. And then somebody said he got bounced going into a bunker, and then they pulled him penalty for it. And then they didn't know how many bodies were alive. They pulled another penalty for it. So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me with the SPL reffing, honestly. It's kind of fucking dog water. But those two lines didn't do well at all.
I think Blue was the team that maybe won. There's so many of them here. I'm trying to look just so I can at least say the right name. It's not. Yes, Blue. So those guys. All right.
So we got NXL coming up in 3 weeks. Well, 3.5 weeks basically. Wonder if the thing drops now, the layout drops this week or drops next week. That's the one I'm thinking about. I don't know.
Should drop this week.
Kind of what I was thinking, right? Because you get 2 weeks of practice
weekends?
on it, right?
Yeah, I bet it drops. Wednesday, Thursday. That would make the most sense. I didn't even think about that. I thought it was the weekend after, but yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's something decent. So did you play this SPL layout at all?
Yeah.
I liked it. And I heard a lot of people bitching about it. I thought it was fun to play. I only played a handful of points.
Undivided. Yeah.
Okay, I can take that.
Apparently the Titans set it up completely wrong.
Oh, that's fun. Well, I liked our version.
Yes. Yeah. I'm sure it wasn't like crazy off, but they said a lot of Doritos were off. I believe they said the snake shots were off, the corners were off, stuff like that. The guys came back to the field that day and was talking about it.
Well, that sucks to come back to your tournament after playing. You get what I mean? It's an early day. Sorry, guys. Yeah. I've had those too, though. But all right. So 13 days ago, some of the paintball extravaganza stuff, which I don't pay too much attention to, but a company called PD Sports, which I think has to be like almost like a GI in a way, where they own Ninja, I believe. So I don't know what other companies they own, but I know you don't like Ninja Regs. You like their probably earlier ones were better at the time, and then they just didn't advance as well as some of the other companies. They now have an adjustable, externally adjustable.
Yeah.
Reg.
For what? For what?
I like it because.
When do you ever need to adjust your reg on the fly? Ever?
No, you're not going to need to adjust. I agree with you. You don't need to adjust on the fly. But how many times we had issues with these regs creeping? Do you think you'll be able to help prevent the creep with this? No. That's what I want to ask. You don't think so?
No, the other regs are adjustable as well.
Well, I get that. Yeah, but it's like
just by shims. So once you pull the shims out, it's supposed to never ever creep above 450. They creep to 1,000 and 1,200 with no shims.
I get that, I guess. I was hoping you'd be able to, I guess I don't understand how the adjusting part works. I was hoping you'd be able to, turn it down again like a regulator, like with an Allen key. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Obviously it's by hand, or from what I can tell from the video, it looks like it's by hand. So I assumed, like I said, if my tank creeped up here and there, you know what I mean? Or my gun creeped up a little bit because the day got hotter. I could just go do a quarter turn, and that would also lower my reg, because it's cool because you have the gauge, which I like this a lot too. The gauge is right on the reg. So you can see what your pressure is immediately. I think you probably have to fire a shot or two to clear out the old.
Like a max flow.
Yeah, exactly like a max flow, which I bet a lot of people don't even know what a max flow is. I had one on my first Lux. I had one of those first handful of Luxes.
You had the mini max flow. Yep. It was the ASA built into it.
It was the ASA built into it. I bet a lot. You don't see those.
You just screwed your bottle into it. Great design. I love that.
It was. I did too. I thought it was amazing. But that was what I was curious about. I think it's interesting because I like, at least if nothing to me, having that second gauge, because it's not going to take up any space. You know what I mean? That's something could be very easily done, I would imagine. The only thing I didn't like about this reg was I didn't like there's like a shim that goes over the whole thing. And I thought it looked fucking ugly. I thought it made the whole reg look like...
that's to probably prevent you from changing it in game.
Mid-game, yeah. That's exactly what it was for.
Fucking stupid.
Damn.
Stop.
I thought you'd like it.
Reinvent the wheel. I just don't... I don't have a reason to adjust my reg. I set my reg at 450 and never, ever, ever, ever need to touch it ever again.
I don't know. I was looking at it for creeping issues. I guess I need to see how it adjusts. Like if you have
just
to...
fix your fucking reg.
I mean, that's fair too. I can't argue with that one.
I mean, it's not creeping because it's a bad design. People have been using shims and regs for fucking years. But maybe they can't figure it out. I don't know. I just don't understand.
Do you think our old Ninja regs creeped and we just didn't know it?
Yes. I just think we never knew about it.
I'm thinking so too.
That's why certain guys' guns shot like better than others. You just never knew why. Yeah, like, man, I got my 12 set the same, LPR set the same. Why is your gun more kicky than mine? I don't know. Yeah, mine's more broken in. I got 50,000 shots of mine. Mine's plenty broken in. Like, why'd you shoot smooth? Mine's just like shit. Well, there you go.
Oh my god, you would have not last weekend before if you just saw that Ego A7 can have that. I don't know if it's because I hadn't heard an Ego in a while.
He showed up 3 hours late to this practice, did not play, and guess what? Bring it out with him. So it was there. I was seeing it. Did you
fucking hear that damn thing?
Yeah, I heard it.
Is it loud because we haven't heard an Ego in a while, or was that just a loud?
It is not loud. It is fucking insanely loud, and that's just how they've been since the dawn of time.
Okay, it was like a shock when he pulled out. He goes, "Hey, shoot this thing," and I was like, "Oh, it shoots good." And I was like, "My fucking ears kind of hurt." And then it was like he played a game with it, or he played all day with it, and I kept like every time he would shoot, it was like, "Here I am!" Like I'm over this way, guys. And I've just kind of forgotten how quiet modern guns have gotten. I mean, that's a 15-year-old gun. However old Dylan is how old that gun is, and Dylan's probably 14 or 15. So, but
like you lose all the surprise you had. To me, it's great to have the quietest gun. Like I remember when the Luxes originally first came out, they were so quiet.
Oh yeah,
it was hard to hear them shooting across the field. So guys would get into the snake or get up in like in the 50 Doritos and you shoot you in the side of the fucking head, and you just seen your teammate die. You don't know where it even came from. You just heard it. Like you couldn't even hear the gun shoot. You just see paint.
Yeah,
it's like that's the best part of having a quiet gun. Like why do you want a loud ass fucking gun?
Oh, I agree.
Well,
so I got. What were we gonna say?
Cam.
Oh yeah.
I shoot every gun in practice except his.
That's true. That is true. So I know we both liked it. We both thought it was crazy expensive. That infamous backpack that we saw at Cup that had the the rubber like a dry bag for people that kayak and stuff. Yeah. They now have a rolling gear bag that does the same thing, same material. 102 liters, which I imagine is similar to like any of our big backpacks. I really don't know the liter size.
I think HK is 110 or 120.
Okay.
Let me see.
Yeah, I'm not sure off the top of my head. I imagine they're all within, you know what I mean? But between 100 and 120-ish is probably a good size. While you're looking that up, what do you think? We know Infamous, they're charging a mint, and their equipment looks good. Oh, yeah. It's new, so I don't know how long it'll last. And this stuff looks like it should last a while just because of the quality it is. But how much do you think that thing costs?
Small bag is 35. Big bag is 75.
Okay, so this is 102.
It's bigger than the big bag.
Yeah. Okay. And their small bag is 54. So they're not quite double. They're like 20-ish.
A medium size and so yeah.
Yeah. So the small backpack that they're doing, I won't say small. They have a 31 liter, a 54 liter, and a 102 liter. The 54 liter is what we saw at Cup. So kind of give you something to look at. That's 180. How much do you think their big 102 liter bag is?
Well, my HK bag, you see how big it is, right? Mm-hmm. That's 75.
The backpack or the roller?
My roller.
Okay.
I mean, it is a backpack as well.
Yeah, you probably should have said 75.
Yeah.
We don't know how much those cost, guys.
No, I'm talking about liters.
Oh, liters. I thought you said you paid $75. I'm like, you probably shouldn't have said that. No, how much? I know, shut up. How much do you think how much did that bag cost?
Let's see. MSRP on that bag is $250. So I'm saying Infamous is going to be like $289.
$300 on the dot.
Yeah, I figured.
That's fucking bananas. That's like what push bags are. Like I had a push bag. I got a good deal on it. A good deal for a paintball bag. It was $200 and it came with 2 extra gun bags, which were $25 a piece probably. And I got it from some dude on PB Nation. I think it was actually Trade My Gun, I believe.
Now, how does the bag look? Just like the other bag?
No, it looks similar. I will send you a link on Facebook real fast so you can pull it up on your phone.
Yeah. I'm on it now. I got it.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
So it's their
It's the 54. And there it is right there.
FND modular water.
See, that bag reminds me of an OGO bag.
Yes, right? Very similar.
And I would much rather buy OGO because OGO is like goated. And I can get this for like 50% off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks just like an OGO bag.
Yeah, I imagine they went similar with it. I like the texture idea. I think that's great for paintball. Someone should have been doing that years ago. You know what I mean? Where I can literally
scrub it off.
Yeah, like that's I think wins, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of. I wish there were more compartments. I don't really like bags.
Yeah, I just watched it. There's a video on like one of their later comments. The guy's just hosing it down, which is obviously the normal thing, you know. Hosing all of them down.
Because I really like that. The smaller one, but $180 is fucking bananas, and let alone 300 is fucking bananas. That I don't know. I just think they look cool. I like that idea. I wish other companies would start using a similar texture. They don't need to be waterproof by any means, but it just like I think the last one. I mean, granted, I have a Planet Eclipse bag that's 12 years old now, and it's just now starting.
Yes.
So I mean, I've gotten 12 years out of a bag, which is you can't really ask for much more than that. And I know you did the same with your Navigator. I mean, you had that thing for fucking ever. I mean, if you get 10 years out of a $200 bag, it's like, well, that was well worth its price tag. So, but my push bag fucking fell apart, and that was their.
See this. I'm gonna post this in the chat with the boys and get their comments on it. Between my buddy who designs that kind of stuff, you know.
Oh yeah.
Get his insight on it.
Do you think we could get him to do something like that, like
a bigger one?
That material on one of his bags.
Oh. No, because I already heard his review on the small bag.
Okay, you didn't like it.
I said it was cheap. It would break.
But
it would tear up within like a season of use. What he said.
Interesting. Because they make a lot of like the deck bags for kayaks are basically made the same. That's what it reminds me of. Like the zippers are the same, everything. And I'm like, that looks like someone had went on a boat a few times and said, hey, let's make that to a paintball bag. Which, I mean, that's what you do. Like steal ideas from their industry.
Reverse engineering, yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Infamous stuff's kind of cool, but boy, they do charge a premium for everything.
Yeah, no. While I got you, I'm poking around on the site, and it's like, Jesus. Especially there. I didn't realize they had this many different markers. They have a shocker as well. Oh, it's just a normal amp.
Who is a shocker? Infamous?
Yeah, well, they have it on their website, but they're selling amps on their website, which is kind of bananas too. If you think about it.
Say what?
I'm not even fucking kidding you. If you go under paintball gear and markers is the top one, scroll all the way down. There's a shocker, but it's nothing special, just a normal amp.
Oh, okay. Then yeah,
that's maybe. Still weird though.
Yeah. That's kind of odd.
I don't know.
It's weird.
I don't know. I'm trying to think if I had anything else. I know it's kind of a short one, but I don't know how long they've been going for. I did not look when you texted me and told me you were on. We've probably been going about 20 minutes. Yeah, probably less than that.
Hey, what?
I was trying to see how long we've been going for, but it's probably only been about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Trying to think. Did you know this? Did you know that? You probably did know this, and so everyone listening probably knows this. It's probably news to me because I've been paying a lot of attention. I didn't realize the Latin Kings bought their spot from TMG Outlaws.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that, and I was like reading through because they have a big thing on PB Nation where they're calling it the season tracker. So they had all the moves and stuff, and I was just kind of like reading through them, and I didn't realize that's how they got their spot. Basically, I was like, oh,
that's not what you can get in. You have to get a spot.
Yeah, I thought maybe somebody got. I actually thought it was like a not necessarily like a bot. I thought it was one of the other teams. I just hadn't looked at the roster, just like changed their name and then bought players, which I guess that's technically what it is, but they bought a spot. So,
funny story is when I was playing last year. No, was the year for that? No, not last cup. The cup before last. We were playing in prelims and. One of the what were they called before? The Latin Dogs or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
One of their fucking pro players was playing on the line that I was playing, and they know the guy, and they watched this guy play like 4 or 5 points, and we told the officials, and we didn't want to do is we wanted to let this guy keep playing games all day. We were just gonna wait until we went to face him, and he walks out in the field, and then we're gonna call him out. So he played all day. We watched him, and then right when we go on the field to play him, we called the official back over and said, "Hey, ID check these boys." He's seen it. He backs away out of the fucking pits.
Oh, I think I remember this.
Starts taking all his shit off, and they're like, "Whoa, come here!" And he was obviously fucking covered in sweat, paint, like he's been playing, like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
There's a 5-man there. You play back-to-back games, like not back-to-back games, but you play them all pretty quick.
Yeah.
And they're like, he's like, "Oh, I haven't been playing." They're like, "Come on now, like don't be fucking stupid." Like, so they got his ass, and they made him forfeit every game they played. They didn't know which ones he played, so they made him forfeit all of them, I believe. And they had to play us a body down, and we fucking beat the fucking brakes off of them.
That's what they fucking get, man. Now going on, this is a question I'm going to ask you, and you might not be able to answer it. What's the sketchiest thing you've ever done at a tournament? That's like borderline. Probably shouldn't have done that.
The sketchiest thing.
You know what I mean? Like sneaking players in, or I don't know, like something like this is a little incriminating.
I'm trying to think. Like,
I mean, we played with Frank not being rostered as CPSL.
Yeah, I mean that's probably about it. I played with players not being rostered.
Yeah,
not like they were in. The problem is that we were playing the highest division they had at the time.
Yeah,
and they weren't better players than we had. We just two players in the roster. Like, he'll be fine. Fuck it. Like, if we could call it, this guy's still ranked D4. Like, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, probably the sketchiest thing is playing with VM on 10-man mech. We started with like 13 bodies.
Yeah,
they were on mounds, and we hid 3 bodies behind the dead box. And when the game started, everybody just took off, touched up, and just
yeah, that is.
They had no clue. The refs had no fucking clue what was going on. They never found out either.
That's a good funny one. Yeah, I'm trying to think. That's about it. I'm pretty clean when I play. And if I do something sketchy, it's normally you're the leader, and I'm like, well, okay, I guess we'll see how this fucking goes. Like,
yeah, I don't think I can honestly say I have flat out never cheated one time in an event. Never, not once.
I don't fucking believe you.
I swear to God.
But you've cheated in practice.
Not cheated. I've played on like rundown. I go shoot somebody. I get clipped like a step from the bunker. I keep coming to go and get that guy. Like,
okay, yeah, that's
tournament. It's probably going to be a bang play anyways.
Yeah.
Because I've shot guys fucking 3 foot off the bunker, and they've kept coming and dunked my guy, and they're like, "Oh, too close."
Yeah.
So I see like that, but I've never blatantly cheated. Like boom, got shot, like wiped it off and kept playing because that fucking pisses me off in practice.
Oh yeah,
like,
I've been hit on the legs in practice or things, and if I'm moving, I don't check it till I get to the bunker. And to my thing, like in practice or a tournament, if I slide and it's not there, I'm not going to call myself out. But I haven't checked it either. So how I make myself feel good about it is I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I never looked down to see the paint break. So I don't know, but I'm like, did it?
My whole feeling that is, I'm like, I just don't want to be like, I don't have to cheat to beat you. Yeah. If I have to cheat to beat you, I'm not better than you. So it defeats the whole purpose of me even playing.
I mean, I cheated blatantly at your dad's house one time, but I told them I was going to cheat. I said, if you shoot me going to this fucking corner, I'm not getting the fuck out. And I got fucking torched. They put like 4 guns, and oh my God, I got like 5 hits on me, but I played with them on. Like, I didn't wipe them off. I just played with these hits on me the whole time. And they're like, really? I'm like, I told you I was going to play. I was like, you shot me afterwards, and I walked off. But that was... So stuff like that. And me and Michael Payne kind of cheated. We were like shooting each other, and like, no, that didn't count. And like, fucking big hits on each other's arms. We were just like fucking around. I guess that's a little different though, because it's like we're both not like in an agreement. I was just like, you shot me, but I'm gonna keep playing. He's like, okay.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Maybe another sketchy thing is not sketchy. It's more along the lines. I think I've already told this story. I can't remember, but shooting a guy so many times in the lens, like point blank, which kind of like breaks through his lens.
I would put that as a frowned upon section.
Yeah, maybe not. I mean, sketchy for him. Not
sketchy for him. Me. Yeah, you were good.
Yeah, I'm perfectly safe.
You've done that at least twice.
Yeah, but not in tournament though. Only one.
Oh, okay, fair.
You asked about tournament. That's the closest thing. And then, but again, that comes back to he like blatantly cheated me. Like, blatantly got shot. I got down the snake. 2 seconds later, he stands up because the ref wasn't there fast enough to come get me. And then I fucking stood up and literally stuck the fucking barrel right at his fucking lens and just shot him fucking about 9 times, like right in the lens, like point blank. Like,
It wasn't Graydon the ref?
If it's the story I'm thinking of. Great. Yeah. Actually, I think Jamie was actually the ref, the other Jamie.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. He's like, they're like, whoa. They're like freaking out. It was at Billy's at Low Country fucking many moons ago. I think I'm pretty sure I've told that story before, but that's probably the quote unquote sketchiest shit I've done in an event. But fuck them.
Dude, if people knew like the shit that goes on at some of these tournaments, you know what I mean? Like some of the things that we do are very mild, like compared to other people. And I'm like, how can you like do that and be completely fine? You know what I mean? Like that didn't bother you? Like that shitty of a person?
Yeah, like this. Yeah, you're not gonna be thinking about it at night. Like I'll be perfectly fine. Don't bother me.
Okay, it's a good thing you're a pro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they do it, no problem. Like, you know, everybody says you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But if I'm having to cheat you out, fucking, you know, to shoot me, like Chris says, he always says, "I'll cheat you, but I ain't gonna lie to you. You come up and ask me if you shot me, I'll tell you shot me." He's like,
that's a fair way to do it too.
He's like, I will 100% cheat you all day. He's like, but I will never lie to you. So, I remember telling somebody told him in an event about a year ago. I forget what it was. They asked him about something. They said, how the fuck did you not get shot? He said, I got shot. I got shot a lot. He said, I just wasn't going to get out until I shot at least 1 or 2 more. We were like, what the fuck? He said, I'll cheat you all day. I just ain't gonna lie to you. He said, if you never ask me, you'll never know. That's
fucking funny. Yeah. That's he needs to make that as a shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. All right, man. I think that's about all I have. I gotta bump off here. Did you have anything else?
That should be about it, man.
Cool. Well, I will take us out of here. We are going to start doing a every other week podcast because I think that'll be a little more accurate. That's about what we've been doing. Anyway, you may get re-uploads in between. You may not. Just kind of depends on how my schedule is. But thanks for listening, watching. A lot of people are still listening, which is crazy considering we've been slack, but we haven't like almost our biggest month. And depending on how this one goes, it could become the biggest month. So we appreciate that. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Later.
Later.
Boom. Good.